I must go. Keep the children safe.
Papa?
So yeah, curry powder has curry powder has a family.
I have to ask, who did the line Papa?
Me.
My inner child was like, it's just like, I was like, no! I feel so bad for them now! I don't want to kill any of them. I was like, no! But even Emerald Soldier was like, damn it, we almost had you turning good. And I was like, you did!
Because, ever since I introduced the other powders, I slowly came to realize that, and no offense, but I sort of realized that curry powder had seemed the least interesting out of the powders, and so for Chapter 7, I decided to make him one of the most interesting of the powders. Now, originally I planned to do like this whole Bollywood performance scene with Curry, like with peacocks and elephants, but that was a little too complicated for me to do, so I just thought I'd keep it simple and change the idea to what if he was the only one who actually has a family. And so I introduced his wife, which I've dubbed as Lotus, and his two kids, which I've called Aloe and Vera.
I do like the sound of that, it's like the essential dance number with the peacocks and the elephants, though. I kind of want to see that now. But
Yeah.
that does.
Just think of that Baljeet song from Phineas and Ferb, like the Bollywood one. That's kind of what I was going for, but who knows? Maybe it might someday when I get better editing software.
Well, I will have to say this now. If this clip was the very first thing you made, it seems quite fitting that it was, for me, probably my favourite reaction moment, because that was just funny. I even used it as my thumbnail.
Yeah.
Because it was like...
And next up we have Coco. I should also bring up that in the order in which I made these clips, like, they were actually made in reverse. Like, the first one that I actually did was Four's clip, and I ended it off with Curry's clip, because I sort of knew Curry's was going to be the most complicated until I simplified it. So yeah. So yeah, I decided to make Coco a sort of laid-back, bushman sort of character. Now, a lot of you probably don't know this, but that's not actually me doing the voice of Coco Powder anymore. The person who's voicing Coco is actually an old friend of mine who lives in America, and named Anthony, and he has. Because Coco is from Africa, I decided to have someone voice him in his own tongue, because I thought it would be a bit more appropriate that someone with dark skin would be voicing someone who also...
Of that origin.
Yeah.
I guess. That's cool. Has he seen a few of our videos?
I have sort of introduced him to the series, so I assume he's keeping up as best he can.
Cool. Yes, and then it leads to the introduction of...
Yep.
My clan needs me. Now, where is the portal? Oh, there it is.
Well, that's a thing.
Yes. Number one, very close to being a jump scare. Both times that I've seen it.
Yeah.
And secondly, your accidental primeval reference.
Yeah. Because Black Leopard's reveal, I thought I was being creative here, by having, this black cat hidden in the darkness, and suddenly she opens her eyes and you're aware that, uh-oh, there's something else out there. And like what Dudley was saying, I started doing a reaction series to Primeval, and in season 2 there is a case where a woman has started raising like a saber-toothed cat, and it's grown up into an adult, and she's letting it loose to feed on people, just random at random. And there is a scene where a toddler is at the edge of the woods, and you see its eyes in the dark, eerily similar to Black Leopard's reveal. Like, I had no idea. I've never seen the show, so that was an incredible coincidence to me.
When I watched it, I didn't. Your reaction to Primeval, just because you told me about that clip, I didn't even realise it was meant to be a saber-toothed tiger. So that's even funnier now. But I'll say this. I won't really consider it a spoiler. There's actually a similar scene to that in a Peter Capaldi episode of Doctor Who. And that's all I'll say. But it reminded me of that when I was watching it, and I was kind of like, well, I think you did a better job, let's just say that.
Yeah. Also, that little panpipe cue when Black Leopard opens her eyes, that's actually the same one I used in the Totem Polaroid video when the picture of the totem pole is in view, so I just thought I'd use that again, foreshadowing, like these are connected.
Yeah, that's clever.
So yeah.
Very well.
And there's Stephanie Reacts, once again voicing Sweet Powder here.
Cool.
Yeah, I kind of liked your reaction to this because, due to the voice acting editing that you made, I kind of like the fact that you kind of drew comparisons to what she was saying. Like, the original intention of that joke was like, after her regeneration, she would have to buy different, face masks. Like, I assumed it was like a beauty thing. So.
I still feel a little guilty about what I did in chapter 6. But I stand by what I did.
That's the evilness showing, folks. That's the evilness showing. Alright.
He's going to pay for reconstructing my face.
Okay, ready, Patrick? 1, 2.
Ah yes, now, for the SpongeBob, My Little Pony, and Saitama segments. The reason why I put them in the middle is because, I wanted to spread them out a little bit more, so, don't forget about these guys.
Yeah.
And what I did for this scene is that I went onto their respective Wikipedia articles, and I looked through like the transcripts of each episode, and if there was a certain line I needed someone to say, I would look through there and say, oh, in this one episode, this character said that, and so, just a technique I used to make the dialogue fit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, SpongeBob, you're okay in my book.
Ah yes. Now the main 6 have been called to nowhere.
I like the way you put the dialogue together in this one a slightly better, to be fair. But maybe that's because I have more appreciation for My Little Pony than I do for SpongeBob, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. for those of you who haven't seen the show yet, basically after season 4, the main 6 now have a map that basically, if there's a friendship problem that they need to solve, it basically uses their cutie marks as pin markers, and it points to a different point on the map. And so what I thought I'd do was put it in just blank whiteness, as if to say, you're being summoned to nowhere. So, yeah.
Nice.
And yes, I know now that Twilight has got a bit of a weird face going on, but the reason for this is because in the original shot that this scene was taking place, I wanted to make sure that everyone's eyes was open and staring at the map, but unfortunately it was only like 2 seconds until it faded to black, and so unfortunately this was the last shot I could do. And unfortunately it has Twilight doing a derpy face, but...
Isn't that the face where she looks kind of half asleep?
Yeah, but I just... I thought I'd keep it in anyway, as if to say, you know, she's sort of squinting and sort of really studying it hard.
Yeah, I guess you could make the argument, maybe in her head she's going, no. Like, she's really thinking of, like, mysteriously, like, it's no. Like, maybe that defends it, in a way.
Yeah.